All right, let's take a look at target 17, exponential equations through any 2 points. Now, it is okay to do this with all tables. I'm going to show this with tables and equations. We talked about this before, but a table is pretty effective because you can say point 1 is 7.5. The point value at 3 is 16.875. And then we can do that whole next divided by previous idea. So take the next number divided by the previous, and this is in 2 moves, so I'm going to take the square root of 16.875 divided by 7.5. And that was in 2 moves, so we'd put a 2 there as far as using a table. And that is going to give us our b value. Remember, our b values are calculated or found by taking the nth root, which is equal to the number of moves, when you do next divided by previous. So we take next divided by previous, and then we take the nth root, and that's going to give us our b value. Then we can work our way back to the 0th term. So if I take the square root of those, so square root of 16.875 divided by 7.5, and I've got 1.5. So 1.5 is my multiplier. So this is multiplying by 1.5 every time. And if I'm going to go back, I divide this by 1.5 to find the 0 value. And the 0 value in this case, there would be a 5 sitting there. My equation would then be y equals, it starts at 5, it's multiplied by 1.5 every time to the x power. Now, I could do tables again over here. If I do a table again, I just have -1 is 1.25, and I've got 3, which is 0.032, and I do next divided by previous. But in this case, I would take the 4th root of this, because then there's my next, there's my previous. Then I'm going to take the 4th root of that because it's 4 moves from -1 down to 3. And then once I figure out the multiplier, I go 1 step to figure out the 0 value. So the 4th root, so 4 math 5 of, and then in parentheses, 0.032 divided by 1.25, and I've got 0.4. 0.4 is my multiplier, therefore my b value is 0.4. Take this times 0.4, and I'm going to get my initial value. So if I take 1.25 times 0.4, and that's 0.5, so the 0 term right here is 0.5. So my equation would be 0.5 times 0.4 to the x. Now, we have mentioned that you can do these with equations. It is a little bit more work to do them with equations, but so you can try that. It's based on substitution of where you're taking these as your x's and your y's and you're plugging them in, and then you're dividing the 2 equations by each other. I found that the table method is pretty efficient, and so we're just showing that in this video. If you want to try it with the equations, talk to your teacher.